Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Human Interaction Podcast. I am your host, Andrew Hambone Hambleton. And starting this week, we're gonna do something a little different. We're gonna switch it up from what I've normally been doing. The podcast isn't quite what I want it to be, and with the struggles of the pandemic and everything, I had to go to Zoom. And while that's acceptable and a lot of people have been doing it, it just, for me personally, it's not the same as having someone in the room with me. And I don't feel the same passion for the conversational interview type podcasts that I've been doing. So hopefully I will be able to get back in the same room as my guests in the future. But for now, what we're going to do is this is a D&D podcast now. That's right. We're playing Dungeons and Dragons. A couple of my friends who are scattered across the country, we've been in touch with each other throughout the whole pandemic, and we've been trying to figure out what we want to do and how we want to escape the grind of a typical 9 to 5, and this became the direction that we decided to go. So, if you're an experienced D&D player or observer, you will see that I, as the dungeon master, as the game manager, whatever you want to call it, I've been kind of trying to keep it simple. One, because I'm just learning how to DM. Two, a bunch of the guys that we're playing with aren't really experienced players. Some of us have never played before. Some of us are more experienced, and I'm just trying to keep it simple so we can learn, and I can learn what the hell we're all supposed to do. So that being said, don't judge me, especially on this first one, on our session 0. It's really clunky. I'm trying to go back and forth through handbooks and manuals, but we've got a couple sessions down at this point, and we're getting better. I'm getting better at dealing with these assholes, because they try to throw me for a few loops, and they're having fun with it, and I'm having fun trying to manage them. So yeah, what I decided to do was buy a popular starter set. So you may have seen a lot of people playing this already. You may know exactly what all the options are and what can happen. So hopefully we play it a little differently than everybody else. Yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. This is our version of The Lost Mines of Phandelver. So I hope you enjoy.
We spoke of this.
I'm actually going to record us too on my end through OBS.
You're gonna record us recording.
Yeah.
Okay, I am recording now. I'm
recording. You guys recording.
Can I get a record of that?
Chris, can you record me recording them
while playing a recorder.
I think
I'm
that might
try to
set a
remember
record.
really well.
All right, Jesse, you ready? You good?
Yeah, I'm not recording, but I'm good because I don't want to hold this up.
Sorry, that was just too ironic.
This is great. I mean, I was recording all of that, so.
Okay. Fantastic.
All right. So, where to start? Let's look at the characters, since Johnny and Chris both said that they didn't really.
I've been looking over it this whole time, so I'm a bit more familiar now.
Okay.
I've got a awareness of one character moderately.
You wanted to be the hill dwarf cleric, right?
Yeah, I mean, yes and no. It was more like I randomly came up with that fun thing of me being me, and then was like, oh, I guess I need to have a class. What would that be, like a cleric? And then you said there's a cleric, and I was like, all right, I call it. But honestly, I don't call it. I don't care. I'm fine with doing whatever.
I think you should be the cleric.
Yeah,
I'm fine with being it too. It's the only one that I've read, so that would be a mild advantage. But
I vote for that.
all right, I'm a
so
cleric.
all right, cool.
I rolled for initiative. I'm a
Yeah,
cleric.
I was just gonna have everybody do an initiative roll, and then whoever has the highest would get first pick. But if everybody has something that they're down with playing, then we can just do that. It's not a big deal.
May I be the rogue?
Absolutely.
No problems.
Okay,
That's
then
cool
I'm
with
going to be
me.
the rogue. Cool.
And we're only gonna have 4 of these characters. So the only thing I want to make sure of is that we aren't starting this without a healer, because
me.
Isn't cleric supposed to be a healer?
yeah,
Yep,
but I didn't see that in his spell list.
yeah, I heal stuff.
I've also got my eyes on the high elf mage, which I think gives me some.
Yeah,
healing.
sorry, Chris does have cure wounds there, and
Okay.
There you go.
Right.
So we got the criminal,
But I'm stingy with it.
got the rogue and the cleric, and Johnny, you said you wanted to play the wizard,
Yeah,
the acolyte. Okay.
probably be an acolyte. I
So-
don't like Chris being in charge of our healing, though. I just have to say that. I really don't like the vibe I'm getting already.
Well, I might be able to throw in some NPCs at some point if necessary. So Jace, that leaves you with the 2 fighters to choose from. You can either have the folk hero, who is, you know, kind of like a legend. Trying to think of someone in literature to kind of compare that to. If you guys
Like a
have-
real Huckleberry Finn type.
yeah, probably, hopefully a little less racist.
Or more.
Well, right, depending. Or you can have the noble. So I would say if we're thinking like Game of Thrones, the noble would be
And they're both just fighter, I'm guessing, right?
yeah, and they're both
Okay.
lawful. One is lawful good.
One's
One
archery based, though, right?
is
Bard is more archery, I think.
Oh yeah, what are the 2 classes there? Or is it just fighter?
they're just fighters, but yeah,
Okay.
the folk hero is archery. He's got ranged attacks. He uses a great sword and a longbow. The noble has a great axe and a javelin.
So
they're
would a
both-
folk
gonna
hero
go
be
with-
like? Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead, Chris.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna ask, would it be like a David Boone? Wow, I'm blanking on the name. All of a
Daniel
sudden.
Boone.
Daniel Boone. Daniel Boone. Is that like a folk hero? Is that like what you mean, or like?
Yeah, it would be someone who has a reputation for he's lawful good folk hero. So he's like well known as like a hero, as he's like a King Arthur basically, or a Lancelot, I guess. You know, someone who has a reputation for being good and for defeating the enemy at every turn.
Gotcha.
You know,
Okay, I see what you're saying.
and then the noble fighter would be someone like a Jaime Lannister, I would say. Someone who's from, you know, wealthy background and might not actually. Well, Jaime Lannister is a pretty good fighter, so that might not be the best.
I will go with I am definitely into the ultra great sword build and bow. I'm into that.
Okay.
So I'll go with the
Jace
folk
is
hero.
3.
All right. There we go. We got our characters set. So, do you guys all have the ability to look at the sheets, the
Yep,
PDFs?
got it right here. Printed it
All right.
out.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Let me roll for perception. See if I have the ability.
This cleric is volunteering roles. This is gonna get intense.
It's highly complex.
Okay.
I'm going to talk like I know things, but I don't.
Oh, it's great. Why don't you why don't you roll to see if you can find your dice?
Isn't that like what
Oh,
clerics
yeah.
do? Clerics talk about everything they don't know.
Do it. Is that what we do?
All right. So, you want to look at your character sheets, and you want to, at this point, what you want to look at is the kind of top right, those 4 blocks your personality traits, ideals, bonds, and flaws.
Okay.
Is this the D&D Beyond character sheet that you linked earlier in the conversation? I don't have anything pulled up.
I can
Yes.
relink it right now.
Yeah.
wasn't-
Yeah, would that be great? That'd be great.
I'm bringing it back down. I'm going up in the chat.
Yeah, I mean, I could also put it in the chat for this.
Yeah, might as well
BRB.
for quick reference.
Or
Okay,
Jesse,
so-
if you have it, you can throw it in here too.
Yep, I'm just going to relink it to the group again at the very bottom, and I sent it, so it should be there in a second, Chase.
Nice. Boom.
I heard it.
Scooby Doo.
Scooby Doo, and Scrappy too. Okay, this is my rule book. I need to get a desk and I'm just like I'm just sitting on my couch right now in front of my television because that's how I like run everything. And I don't
What about your
have
table?
my coffee table.
No, I mean, I know how that probably looks. I meant your actual table, your kitchen table.
Well, that's the thing. My setup is my little Intel mini computer and my camera on a tripod, and it's all running. Like I don't have the length of cable to do all that right now.
Mm-hmm.
I need to get a second monitor and stuff. But I'll get it set up eventually. Got to find a job first, so I have money to do all this stuff.
Jobs.
Just keep playing D&D. It's going to work out.
That's how I feel.
Yeah, hopefully.
Mhm.
I'm actually about to be looking to switch up my career path. Not to divert from this, but I'm applying for doing mail delivery.
Ooh, nice.
I thought of doing that too. It's a good gig, man. 30 and out or whatever, and you get full pension.
Yeah. Federal benefits, retirement, all that kind of stuff.
Are you doing like a rural carrier route where you'd
That's
have
what I'm
to
looking at.
use your own vehicle and stuff? That can be
Is that how that works?
Sometimes, like if they can't provide you with a truck, that's like. Did you ever see the red Jeep that drives around in Lebanon that's a rural carrier?
Gotcha.
So that's that person's vehicle. Yeah, I looked into it too, but unfortunately, 2 DUIs on your driving record. Anytime you have to drive a vehicle, kind of fucks you.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't really understand why.
Yeah, I mean, I went to jail. I paid all the fines. I was punished enough. Let me get drunk and drive your mail around.
I was driving under influence. I'm not currently.
Right.
Just have them put one of those breathalyzers in the
No,
truck.
thank you. That was miserable. Did that for a year.
A lot longer.
Yeah, it really did. And I think it destroyed my battery in my car. Okay. So we have our characters picked. This is Jace. This is Johnny. This is Chris. This is Jesse. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. So if you guys are now looking at your traits and your ideals and your bonds and your flaws, it gives you a little background on your actual character and how you can interact with the world based on that. Or it's not concrete. It's just a little background. And it kind of explains.
Shoot. Jesse, can you send? Wait, unless it's in the same thing you sent me.
It should be. If you just click it, it should just be like a whole PDF of characters.
Yeah, it should be all 5 together.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead. So
Oh,
I didn't scroll down.
That's all good. All good. So yeah, those are your. That's like the base for your character, essentially. You can create a name, or I'll just call you guys by your names.
I want to create a name.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to create a name too right now.
Chris,
Would you like to hear my name so you can have it on your end.
Yes. But I don't want to write. They only give me one paper copy of each of the characters for the set. So I need to get pen and paper. Hold on a sec.
You're going to say something, Johnny?
You got something to say, Johnny? Huh?
No, I was just muting myself while I ate chips.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
right. I thought you said my name a minute ago.
Okay.
Quite
So Jace is fighter, folk hero, and his name is Jace. What's
Roland.
Roland?
Mm-hmm.
That's it. No last name. Just Roland.
For now.
Okay.
Ooh, mysterious.
Anybody else want to create a name for the character?
I'll be Alf.
I love it.
Alf. Okay. And you are the cleric soldier. Alf.
I'll be Naylor.
Naylor. Is that spelled Naylor, sir?
That is. Thank you.
Okay. Holy shit. I have not written something by hand in a while. I forget how to make letters.
Make sure you can read it.
That's the problem I'm running into right now.
Your muscles have atrophied.
Yeah. And Jesse.
I'm going to be Enki. Enky.
Okie dokie. Criminal. Enky. Okay. All right. So we've got all those squared away. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to give you the background on the world that the adventure is taking place in.
Quick question.
Mm-hmm.
So you are not a participant? Like you don't have a character? Are you like, or is that what you were about to tell us at this point?
No, I don't. So the DM, you guys are a party, and the DM, I am every NPC, and I am everywhere and nowhere. If that makes sense to you.
You're God.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
our Sega Genesis console.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
is he the Game Shark?
Little
Whatever your imagination chooses.
Yeah.
Game Gerbil, then.
Yeah.
Go on.
So yeah, I operate all the enemies and the NPCs, and I basically I'm just here to get you guys from point A to point B to point C to point D. Yeah, I'm not supposed to be necessarily a character.
You're like the vessel.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Although he will, from what I understand, you'll play a lot of NPCs depending on how many you have, intended or want to.
Right. And I haven't gotten to read through this entire adventure yet, so I'm not sure exactly how many NPCs there are and everything like that.
Will you be doing
voices?
a different voice for each one?
I can try. That would be fun. That's actually I was thinking about it as I was reading. I was like, wow, Jesse would probably have a field day being DM with all the different voices that he could do.
One day maybe, but I really like if we could do like some, campaigns with you. I'm really nervous, but I'm very excited. Not nervous in a bad way. I'm just, it's something new. And I was excited about this the whole week. I was trying to watch as much D&D as possible, but I'm still like, I don't know everything. So yeah.
I'm with you. My anxiety or whatever manifests differently. I feel like I've been borderline dreading this because I feel not prepared or whatever. But I've been like, I'm all smiles now. It's great now. But like leading up to it, I'm like, I don't fucking think I have what I need to have. And but yeah, I think once we get things rolling, it'll be good. I don't know. I don't think it'll take long for us to get.
All we really have to do is stop interrupting Andrew.
Well then,
it's okay because I'm also only mildly prepared.
Okay, cool. That makes me feel better.
Yeah, it's going to be slow going for a little bit. So a little background on the world where this takes place, which is the Forgotten Realms, which some of us may be familiar with.
Forgotten Realms. Forgot about this.
Familiar.
If you've played any Wizards of the Coast games of any sort, you should at least be familiar with that name. So, background. More than 500 years ago, clans of dwarves and gnomes made an agreement known as Phandelver's Pact, by which they would share a rich mine in a wondrous cavern known as Wave Echo Cave. In addition to its mineral wealth, the mine contained great magical power. Human spellcasters allied themselves with the dwarves and gnomes to channel and bind that energy into a great forge called the Forge of Spells, where magic items could be crafted. Times were good, and the nearby human town of Phandelver prospered as well. But then disaster struck when orcs swept through the north and laid waste to all in their path. A powerful force of orcs, reinforced by evil mercenary wizards, attacked Wave Echo Cave to seize its riches and magic treasures. Human wizards fought alongside their dwarf and gnome allies to defend the Forge of Spells, and the ensuing spell battle destroyed much of the cavern. Few survived the cave-ins and tremors, and the location of Wave Echo Cave was lost. For centuries, rumors of buried riches have attracted treasure seekers and opportunists to the area around Phandelver. I have to get used to pronouncing that, because it's not how I would do it. Anyway, but no one has ever succeeded in locating the lost mine. In recent years, people have resettled the area. Phandelver is now a rough-and-tumble frontier town. More important, the Rockseeker brothers, a trio of dwarves, have discovered the entrance to Wave Echo Cave, and they intend to reopen the mines. Unfortunately for the Rockseekers, they are not the only ones interested in Wave Echo Cave. A mysterious villain known as the Black Spider controls a network of bandit gangs and goblin tribes in the area, and his agents have followed the Rockseekers to their prize. Now, the Black Spider wants Wave Echo Cave for himself, and he is taking steps to make sure no one else knows where it is. So that's the background on the story. These Rockseeker brothers, a trio of dwarves, are trying to reopen the mines, this once prosperous mine, and the Black Spider is trying to take it all for himself. That's the overarching theme of the world.
Okay. And the orcs, there was something in the beginning about orcs. Are they still there, or have they moved on?
No, that was years and years ago, but he that was how the mine got hidden, was with the war with the orcs and everything that. So that was more than 500 years ago, apparently.
And these brothers are the only ones who know where it is.
Currently, it's the Rockseekers found it, and the Black Spider's forces have followed them to the location, and now he's trying to make sure that no one else figures out where it is.
Okay, gotcha.
Cool.
So you are all here it is. You are all in Neverwinter, which, Jace, I'm sorry you won't be able to see this, but you are all in the city of Neverwinter.
Ooh.
Right here.
That was perfect timing.
That was actually perfect timing. So yeah, you guys are all in Neverwinter right now, and your dwarf patron and friend Gundren Rockseeker, one of the Rockseeker brothers, has hired you to escort a wagon to Phandelver. Gundren has gone ahead with a warrior, Sildar Hallwinter, to attend to business in the town, while characters follow with the supplies. So you guys will be paid 10 GP each by the owner of Barthen's Provisions in Phandelver when you get there with the wagon. So that's your mission right now, is you guys are escorting a wagon of supplies for one of the Rockseeker brothers from here down to here in Phandelver.
Yeah, I think you said that's right.
Okay. Yep. Are we currently like in a tavern TM discussing this, or are we like, is it like montage mode where we're like already like getting ready and we're like with the wagon?
So you're getting ready to leave right now.
Okay.
Here's a little bit more backstory, I guess.
Okay.
In the city of Neverwinter, which is where you guys are, a dwarf named Gundren Rockseeker asked you to bring a wagon load of provisions to the rough and tumble settlement of Phandelver, a couple of days' travel southeast of the city. Gundren was clearly excited and more than a little he was clearly excited and more than a little secretive about his reasons for the trip. Saying only that he and his brothers had found something big, and that he'd pay you 10 gold pieces each for escorting his supplies safely to Barthen's Provisions, which is a trading post in Phandelver. He then set out ahead of you on horse with basically a bodyguard, claiming he needed to arrive early to take care of business. You've spent the last few days following the high road south from Neverwinter, and you've just recently veered east along the Tribor Trail. You've encountered no trouble so far, but this territory can be dangerous. Bandits and outlaws have been known to lurk along the trail. So what I want to do right now is, you guys are traveling. I want you to determine who is driving the wagon and who is walking beside it. 2 people drive the wagon, and then I guess since we only have 4 players, 2 people will be walking beside it, or scouting ahead, depending on which you'd like to do.
Well, now is there a person that should be talking first?
Nope. You guys can keep you can play as you want. I'm just giving you.
All right. Well,
the environment.
My character says personality trait is that he's always polite and respectful. So I suppose I'd probably be leaving a spot to someone else, walking along the cart.
Okay.
Yeah, and I appreciate that, because I don't want to walk. I want to save my energy, and I also happen to have range attacks. I don't know exactly what I'm carrying here, but some type of bow. So, it might be wise for me to sit up and kind of keep a lookout and be ready to shoot if anything approaches.
Okay, so Chris is walking, Jesse is driving. We have Alf. Alf is walking. Enki is one of the drivers. So Naylor and Roland have to decide.
I'm happy to drive. I'm interested in learning new things, being an elf who's obsessed with learning things. So I'm happy to drive.
Well, wait just a second. I'm a folk hero, and you know this. I don't really want to walk around a lot. Can I please drive? This is Roland, by the way. I say this all really, really awkwardly.
Well, you guys can roll for it.
D20?
Yeah, let's do a D20, and whoever has the high roll.
Such a human thing to do is want to gamble over it. But all right.
I got an 18.
Ooh, Johnny or Nailer?
I don't have dice. Do I need dice right now?
We're playing Dungeons and
we're
Dragons.
playing
You
D&D,
need
dude. You
fucking
need
dice,
dice.
dude.
I thought you said it was all online.
Well, if
We're online. The
You can
dice
use
are-
it.
Hang on. I have dice in my car. Let me just
you can
go get
also, you can also
I can
get
roll for you. I have lots of dice.
No human's gonna roll. No human's
You
gonna
could
roll.
like Google
I'll be right back.
D20 simulator.
yeah, you can get apps and stuff on your phone too.
Roland starts like controlling people through the dice roll. Johnny's just he'll never be able to see. Well, it looks like I'm driving.
Yeah, and
Oof,
that's
another natural one.
yeah. Like if we were playing, if what we were running the campaign through D&D Beyond, which is what I want to do for like custom ones, then yeah, they have a dice rolling mechanism built right in. But we're not doing D&D Beyond right now, so.
But dude, I gotta say, I didn't expect you to pull up the map on this one. And Roland, sorry you can't see it, but seriously, I'm sure you've seen maps like this before. This is so cool to have it like a physical. I love this. I didn't know that was part of it.
Yeah, and this is just the continent basically. All of this stuff. There's maps for all of this stuff that I can't really show you once we move on because they are dungeons and they will be revealed as you travel through them.
Oh yeah. Okay. Cool.
So real quick. Oh, sorry. What'd you get, Johnny?
I rolled a 10.
Well, it looks like you're walking, bud. And the folk hero is using his status. He pushes you aside and says, "Do you know who I am?" And jumps up on the wagon and starts
I
driving.
take a moment to sigh and just look at the human.
Okay,
And then
Chris.
I roll my
gonna-
eyes.
Such a nailer thing to do.
I'm an elf,
going
motherfucker.
to
I'm a high elf.
hum a famous ditty I once penned to myself.
Okay.
And I tell you that song's a knockoff of an old Elvish song.
I hum louder.
Chris, did you have a question?
Just what die should I have prepped?
The ones they gave me for the pack was obviously a 20. Mostly you're going to need a 20 for your character.
Mm-hmm.
You have your attack is you have
1d8.
You have D8 and your hand axe is D6. So I would say a 20, a 6, and an 8 is what you would need. That's pretty much. Those are pretty much the standards. You don't really get into that much with D10s and stuff like that.
Okay.
Like moving forward, it probably wouldn't hurt to pick up. They're really cheap sets that just they give you the full gambit of dice you need.
I've got all the dice still from back in the days.
Okay. So yeah, you should have some options.
Oh yeah. I'm just trying to figure out which
grab a
version
D8.
I want.
What's that?
I'm going to grab a D8 because right now I only have a D12, a D6, and a D20.
Yeah, let me see. Hold on. You only have D. Oh, but I don't. Your spell damage might be D8s. Yeah, go ahead and grab whatever you need. So, you guys are traveling now. I would say, well, I can't give suggestions, but does anybody want to travel out ahead, kind of scout ahead a little bit, or do you just kind of want to stick with the wagon?
You know, like what's our game plan type of thing.
Mm-hmm. How do you want to
Thank you, Gray.
align? How do you want to position yourselves in respect to the wagon while you're traveling?
Can I ask if the wagon is the roof solid? Can I get out of the driver's seat since, it seems like Roland is having a nice time humming and taking charge. So can I sit on the roof so I can see in all directions?
I'm gonna say it's not a cover. It doesn't have a roof.
Okay.
It's just a wagon, a flatbed basically.
So then I guess I should really be asking, can I see in all directions? Could I shoot my bow in any direction if needed?
Yes, yeah. You
Okay.
can turn in place if necessary. So, and only one person really needs to be driving. I just realized
I'm driving.
I think
I'm
Jason's
driving
the
this
only
way.
driver.
So
that. Jesse's sitting with him too.
yeah, what I was thinking, guys, is maybe you guys should stand on opposite sides of the wagon because we're gonna see in front of us and behind us pretty easily since the road is open. But in case, like, we pass some like shrubs or like trees, it is wood territory. Maybe you should stay to the sides just to guard.
Enki's right. It's total wood territory. We need a person on each side of us. Yes, I agree with Enki.
All right,
Suppose.
I'll bring up the right side.
Thanks, Roland.
Okay, and that would mean that Naylor is on the left side. Just so you're aware of what you're pulling, your wagon is being pulled by 2 oxen. And if no one is holding the reins, the oxen will just stop where they are. They don't like run off or anything like that. So just remember that. And
Do
what
we
you're
have
pulling,
to feed our oxen?
no.
Okay.
Can we eat our oxen?
I'm sure if it came down to it, you could manage to do that.
Just
I
going
know
to keep
some
that in mind.
recipes.
But then you won't have anything to pull the wagon, and you're still pretty far out from Phandelver.
Right.
But your wagon, it's full of an assortment of mining supplies and food. This includes a dozen sacks of flour, several casks of salted pork, 2 kegs of strong ale, shovels, picks, and crowbars, about a dozen each, and 5 lanterns with a small barrel of oil. The total value is about 100 GP. So you're carrying a pretty valuable load at this point. As you're traveling, why don't you guys kind of give each other a little introduction? How do you know the Rock Seekers? How did you end up in Neverwinter? What brought you there, basically?
Well, I mean, mine's pretty obvious. They're my cousins. So I've grown up with them. They're part of my clan. They're my friends, and they told me I got to be a part of this. So here I am.
Okay.
That makes sense. I was actually just trying to stay off the grid for a while, not really do anything. I was just hiding out in the woods, but I like gold, and I thought, why not? I had a crossbow. What do I have? A crossbow or a bow?
You have a short bow and a short sword.
Thank you. So yeah, I thought it'd be fun.
Roland says that he came to the Neverwinter region quite a while ago. He's just been kind of dinking around, mostly hitting the taverns, singing songs, getting drunk. But he's really looking to restart his glory days. So that's why he chose to start with this adventure. He was just kind of heard wind of a little rumor here and there at a tavern. So he ended up getting a hold of some people, and now he's driving this wagon.
Okay. And the acolyte, Naylor.
I am a student of knowledge. I like to learn. I feel it's my job to learn, and I worship a god who teaches me things. Ogma, who's my god of knowledge. Therefore, I can get us free rest at any temple of Ogma because I'm in with the people. And I also carry with me a tome, which I will display right now. And that is my life's work. I write everything I learn in it. And if I ever lost it, I would probably kill myself. Though,
Ooh, buddy.
yeah. Though I don't lose it because I'm an elf.
It's your
and
gurnal.
Okay.
It's more than just a gurnal, though.
Is there some dark fanfic in there?
It's like an elvish gurnal that I've had for a long time, much longer than you young fools have been alive. Maybe not the gnome. Gnome might be he's probably been around. Or the dwarf. Is it a dwarf cleric or a gnome cleric?
It's a dwarf.
He's a hill dwarf.
Sorry, buddy.
So wait a second, Naylor, you're saying that your book is probably older than us?
Probably.
How old is this book?
Well, I am a couple hundred years old. So the book is probably a couple hundred years old.
Wow, that is really old, man. That's,
After a couple hundred, you stopped keeping track there, Naylor. Just to start rounding up, huh?
Yeah, well, I kind of just live in the present at the moment. It's all about just gathering the knowledge. And if you want me to put an exact number on how long my book is, I'll look in my book because I'm sure it'll tell me.
I lean over and I say, this guy's totally swindling us. He doesn't even know how old he is.
Yeah, I light a cigarette and I say, that's a great story, Naylor. Your book's in pretty good condition for being a couple hundred years old. Hell, you're in pretty good condition. Can I see that book a second?
No. I say no. And then I go, you know what? You guys are pushing me to the point that I'm going to have to use my book. And I look in it and I flip back to the early pages and say, okay, I'm 700 years old as of last week.
Well, happy belated birthday,
Thank you.
Naylor.
I forgot. I probably should have looked at my book. And my book I started 687 years ago.
Wow. So now can I see your book? Your 687-year-old book? Just for a second, man.
I don't give anybody my book.
And I kind of flick the cigarette in his direction, or the ash of the cigarette a little, blow some smoke. I try to blow it directly at the book while flicking the ash in his face.
I noticed all of this, but I don't really react. And no, nobody can see my book. I've had my book for a long time. And that's why I have it. I don't even trust putting it in a vault or like keeping it safe somewhere. I just keep it with me.
It's his Lincoln letter.
Yeah. So as you guys are arguing about Naylor's tome, you come. You
guys are dicks, by the way.
You come into the road narrows. You're now off of the high road here, and you're onto the Tribor Trail. And the road really narrows. There's steep hills, I would say, or steep ridges on either side of the road. You can barely fit the two we'll say guards and the wagon together in this road. And as you round the corner, you see two dead horses sprawled about 50 feet ahead of you, blocking the path. Each has several black-feathered arrows sticking out of it. The woods press close to the trail here with a steep embankment and dense thickets on either side. So you really can't, you're stuck, you're kind of at a bottleneck here, and you see these two dead horses shown here.
Let's beat them.
Okay. This is Roland. Can I roll a perception check to see if I notice anything that, if there's any danger still lurking close?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. I got a 15.
Okay.
I'd also like to do a perception check if possible.
All right, go ahead.
All right. Is that D20?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all checks are 20s.
And then add your modifier.
14.
Okie dokie. Let's see. Since Roland looks around, he doesn't really notice anything. He's got a kind of a bad feeling, but he's still on the wagon. Naylor approaches the bodies since he's on foot, and as he does, 4 goblins jump out of the woods. There are 2 using melee weapons and then 2 at range with bows. They have surprised you, so you guys are all powerless right now to do anything. And on their first attempts, or on their first move, actually, sorry, everybody roll initiative now.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, natty 20.
20.
Ooh, okay.
With
4.
initiative. What's my? Gotta look up my modifier for my initiative if I have one. Okay, so I got a 23 altogether.
Okay, and Chris, you got a nat 20 also, but you
Yeah, how do you find the other thing? Oh, initiative's -1.
Yep, so you're at 19. The other 2?
15 for me.
I was kind of, dozing off after having my smoke and just relaxing. So I only come in at 4 plus my initiative. So yeah,
You're too worried about that book still.
Yeah, I was
like
just
on your mind.
It really pissed me off that I asked so nicely, and then I asked questions about him, and then I pretended to care. So I felt like now that he's told me I can't hold it, it's pretty much all I want in life. And
Weren't you the rogue? You were supposed to be the lookout.
Well, that's the thing. I was dreaming about the book. I was looking at the idea of one day holding it in my hands, and I dozed. But I'm back, and with a 7.
Okay, so we got our order. Let me get back to the creatures here. All right. So, all of the goblins are they're coming at you strong. They're going to attack all of you. So the 2 that are using melee, they're using scimitars, and they're going to attack. One each is going to attack one of each of the guys on the ground. So Johnny and Chris, or I'm sorry, Naylor and Alf are being attacked melee, and then the 2 ranged attackers are going to attack each Roland and Naylor. So let's see. Well, fortunately for the 2 on the ground, both of them miss their surprise attacks, and the ranged weapon attack. Oh wow! The 2 ranged weapons. Let me make sure. I think I'm doing this right. 6 plus 2. 5. Yes. Okay. So both the arrows strike home and deal 7 damage to the 2 driving the wagon.
We each each get 7.
So it's been a minute since I played, but so you have our character sheets essentially. So
yes.
You hit our armor class, right?
Should have hit points somewhere. Hold on, let me.
Oh no, I'm saying like I'm just making sure because I didn't know if we get any saving throws for this damage or if it's just automatic damage.
Oh wait, here we go. It's shown on total. Okay, you're right. I missed that, the armor class. Since the melee attacks missed, so those 2 are good, and then I need your armor class is 14. And you're 14. You both still take hits.
Okay.
But thank you for pointing that out because I did miss that.
Yeah, no worries. I just wanted to make sure because it's been a long time since I played D&D. I was playing Pathfinder before this, so I just want to make sure.
Yeah, there's
I
a
get
lot.
all my saves.
Do we get saving throws every time?
I don't know.
Okay.
May I?
And you said 7 hit points worth of damage.
Yes, they hit you pretty good.
Ooh, that's really good.
Where are your hit points at? That's what I can't. Oh, there they are.
I have 5 hit points left after that hit.
So,
And Jesse's down to 2.
okay. Ouch.
Yes. So now it is your turn. All of you can take your turn. Roland, you are first in the order.
Okay. Another question. Would equipping my bow and notching an arrow, that would be my action pretty much? Or do I get an attack on that turn? I can't remember if it's a
You can move
full round action or not.
No, knocking an arrow would be essentially your that doesn't count as an action. No.
Okay.
I could reasonably assume that you did it previously to attacking,
All right. Like I'm pulling it out while I'm getting shot with an arrow.
Yeah. Well, after you get shot because they surprised you, so you're like, "Oh shit, I took an arrow." Okay.
Yeah, it's like right in the chest. It's a bad one. So yeah, I guess I'll if I can, I'll shoot one of the range. I'll shoot back an arrow with my longbow at one of the ranged goblins, say the right or left, right one for whatever visual sake you guys have.
Okay.
I don't know. So let's see.
You need to roll a hit dice and then a 1d8.
Okay, so I roll a d20 and then I add my attack bonus for my longbow.
Yep.
Okay. So that's going to be a 21.
Okay.
Does that hit?
That is a hit.
Okay, and then you said D8 for the damage plus 3.
Yep.
So let's see, that's a D8. That's going to be 8 damage.
8, you said?
8 damage, yep.
All right, your arrow pierces the goblin, and he is incapacitated, unconscious, not dead yet, though.
Oh, so he's at like 0?
Yes.
Okay.
So that's like an option as well. You don't. I guess I can leave that up to you guys to decide if you want to leave enemies alive if you've depleted them to 0 hit points, or if you just want them to die instantly.
I think if you have mechanics that can bring them back, or if you're going to try to have one of the goblins try to like stabilize the other goblin, that's up to you for sure. It doesn't really bother me either way.
Yeah, I would agree. You can just kind of like salt and pepper it the way you think, Andrew, for like storytelling. Do we call you something, or are you Andrew the DM if we refer to you?
You can just call me Master. That's fine.
Okay. Okay, Master. So just do what you want there.
Okay. Well, that goblin is pretty weak. You hit him right through the heart. He's done. He's done for. So nice shot, Roland. Alf.
Yeah, Roland, I'm really beginning to like you, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, living up to the folk hero name that I've read so much about.
He probably wrote about it. He's probably reading what he wrote. Ugh.
Well, you should be happy that I'm writing about anybody.
I'd be happy if you gave me that book.
Alf, go ahead and decide what
what
action you want to take. Yep.
Okay, so we've got close range goblins on either side of me and Chris. Is that how this is playing? And then ranged goblins. Can you tell me the location of the goblins?
Where there's one there's two close range that we're using trying to attack you and Chris, sneak attack on you with scimitars. So they're within reach of your melee weapons, and there's one for each of you, essentially one attacking each of you or engaged with each of you.
Okay.
And then Roland just killed one of the ranged fighters, ranged goblins. So there's still one out there, and I believe he said he took out the one on the right. So there's one close range and one long range enemy on the left, and then one close range on the right. And
Okay.
and you were on the right, I believe.
Okay, cool.
But Alf is up in order.
Oh.
Yes. I mean, I figure I'll just take my warhammer to the one closest to me, upside the head.
Okie dokie. Go ahead and roll a hit dice with your attack bonus, which is a d20, and then you add your attack bonus.
Wait, what? So what do I do?
Roll a d20, and then for your warhammer, the attack bonus is 4, so you add 4 to your roll.
Don't I use a d8 when using my warhammer?
Not for your hit dice. This is
You're
only
just seeing if it hits.
Yeah.
Gotcha. 9.
Plus 4 or just 9 total?
9 plus 4, yeah. Plus 4. So 13.
Okay. Your attack misses.
Womp, womp.
You swing your warhammer, and the goblin does a pretty swift maneuver and dodges out of the way.
He jukes me.
He jukes you. So you can... I believe you can still... Oh, no, you don't have a bonus action. Never mind. Okay. So your attack misses, and it is now on to Naylor.
Okay. Sorry. I thought when you said Alf earlier, you said elf. So that's why I started responding. I was like, well,
oh, man. I'm very happy with my name choice.
That's going to get so confusing. Okay. I have some spells prepared. So I'm going to use a close range spell. I'll use Burning Hands, or attempt to use Burning Hands on the goblin that's near me.
Okay. All right, let me find that.
What just happened to the audio?
Do I hear a torch?
I thought it was a truck.
Jace, are you doing something funky?
Yeah, and also walk me through the spell thing, because I might be saying this wrong. I know I know a certain amount of spells, and then I have a spell book containing a certain amount of spells. So I want to figure out.
Yeah. I'm trying to find.
Well, he finds it. I'm pretty sure Jace just transformed into a truck.
Yeah, he's okay. When a character casts any spell, the rules here apply, regardless of the character's class or spell's effect. Each spell description in this chapter begins with a block of information. Level school. Okay. Yep, you're using your action to cast.
Toilet flush.
Okay, so yeah, your move was essentially preparing the spell, and now you're using your action to cast it.
Would you guys give me a second?
I'm loving watching you.
What?
Sorry about the audio, guys.
No, it's okay.
The bathroom.
Hey, I'm sorry, guys. I said I was really just getting to like you, Roland, but I need you to maybe just, don't take a shit directly off the wagon while we're sitting, but maybe get off the wagon.
In combat.
Yeah. I mean, right beside, I smelled it, man.
That's how we used to do it on the road.
Well, you definitely did it on the road. Watch out, guys. It's, check your boots.
All right, there it is.
Enki, I have an arrow sticking out of my chest.
So do you, Enki.
I'm going to need you to just focus on the situation.
Okay. So, Naylor wants to cast Burning Hands on the goblin closest to him. So, 3d6. Oh, fails are half as much on this. Okay, so the goblin gets a saving throw on that. Ay. Now I see why people like print all this stuff out and have it like really handy.
Yeah, it seems like a lot to sift through.
Yeah. Let's see. What's dexterity? So he gets a saving throw. Which he's not saved. So go ahead and roll your. You do 3. Where is it? I was just looking at it. What the hell? 3d6 damage? Yes. So you do 3d6 damage to this goblin.
Okay, so I roll 3 d6s.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I got a 2, a 3, and a 4.
So that adds up to 9.
Yeah.
The goblin is charred and screams out in agony as he slowly burns to death.
Excellent.
Via magical flames. So that leaves 2 goblins, and we have one at long range and one at short range, standing right next to Alf. And Enki, it is your turn.
Okay. How far is the how close is the closest goblin?
To you?
Yeah.
He's we'll say he's 20 feet from you.
Oh, okay. All right, then I'm going to take my short bow.
Okay.
And I'm going to shoot this goblin.
Okie dokie. Go ahead and roll your attack dice or your hit dice.
As I do this, I say something along the lines of you die.
Okay.
19.
I laugh at this.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a good one. So you definitely hit. Roll a d6 plus 3 to see what your damage is.
My damage is 3 plus 3, 6.
All right. The arrow strikes him squarely in the chest, and the goblin is down on the ground. He's still alive, and he's hurting though. And that is okay. That's the end of that one. That round anyway, and it is now on to the goblins again. And they are going to the long range attacker is he's going to try to protect his fallen brother. He's going to fire an arrow at Alf.
Ouch.
So 13 and he misses though. He does not hit. And the close range goblin is going to just kind of stand up and try to take a swing at Alf again, since he's right there. He's the closest target, and he's going to do that with his melee.
Brutal.
But he also misses because he's got an arrow sticking out of his chest, and he's really struggling now. So we are back on to your turns, and Roland, go ahead and decide what you want to do.
All right. Well, as I'm like coughing up blood, I'm gonna notch another arrow and fire into the last remaining ranged goblin, or is he like on the ground?
He's still at long range.
Okay.
Just because he's seeing you guys are kind of fucking up his friends pretty good, so he's staying back.
All right. Well, I got a natural 20 for a 27, shooting a longbow arrow right at him.
So that's a critical hit.
Critical hit.
I don't know how to. Oh, you can roll 2 d8s. That's right. You can double your d8 damage and then add your.
Okay, so that's lowest possible damage. So that's going to be 5 damage.
5 damage, but you can roll. You got a crit, so you can roll 2 d8, and then
that was with 2d. That was with 2d8.
Ooh, okay. What did you say it was? 5?
Yeah.
Your arrow hits the goblin, and oh yeah, you got a 27. That's right. Hits the goblin right in the shoulder. He can't draw a bow anymore, so he's bleeding profusely, and one of his arms is incapacitated at the moment.
Cool.
So we move on to Alf.
Alf, listen to me, man. I don't like these goblins. They shot me. They shot our friends. They shot at us. But here's the thing, Alf. Right now we got a goblin who's pretty much helpless.
You have two goblins are pretty much helpless.
And I don't think we should finish him off. I think we might, ask him some questions, do something else with him.
Well, they still have hit points left. So you would have to at least get them down to 0 before you can decide what kind of action you'd like to take from that point.
Okay, then do whatever you want, Alf.
Well, is that necessarily true?
Whatever you want.
Yes,
I mean, there's no other alternative way to diffuse the situation.
I mean, if you'd like to try to,
the door is pretty much blown off the barn on that one in this encounter, anyway.
Yeah, I mean they sneak attacked you, and if you want to try to like talk your way out of it, I guess I can have you do a charisma check. But these dudes, they don't want to talk, and you just killed 2 of their friends.
Well, okay. So what I'm hearing is there's a chance. Okay.
I mean, it would be much. Go ahead.
I'm taking a brief pause to consider what Enki had to say. So, because I'm trying to respect him, but let's see. Not much in my arsenal other than just being tough and fighting. So I think I'm just gonna club the closest one to me upside the head. Attempt to do it with my warhammer again. Sorry, Yankee.
No, that's probably a smart decision.
Can you ask for a truce as you do it?
I don't see why not. I think I will look while bludgeoning the most helpless one nearest to me in the head. I will look at the other one that's most able and say truce. As I'm bludgeoning.
So roll your hit dice.
Okay, so that's the 20.
D20 plus 4.
Ooh. Plus 4 puts me at 6.
You swing and a miss.
I tried to play it off as though it was intentional for the truce.
Yeah, you got distracted by the by talking to the other goblin, shouting at him from he's 30 feet away from you. He's actually a good like 60 feet away from you right now. And you were shouting across to him, and as you did that, you swing and miss at this goblin who is on his last breath. He's barely moving, and you missed. So we go on to Naylor.
I sigh again. I just look at I just look at the dwarf for a moment, and then I take my short sword and attack the goblin.
The closest one?
The closest one.
Okay, so you're going to move about 15 feet over to attack him. So go ahead and roll your dice, your hit dice.
Okay. 10.
You also miss.
I
Say that
sigh.
to phase 2.
you in trying to put on a show for Alf and show him how it's done, you also are distracted and swing and a miss.
Should have just cast a spell.
So we are on to Enki. You can either both of these goblins are really hurting right now. You guys just can't seem to get the finishing blow.
Shooting fish in a barrel.
Got butterfingers. Yeah.
No, I'm just going to do the obvious. I'm going to take my short bow again. I'm going to fire, but I do have a question.
Mm-hmm.
I see here it says short bow, and then the next column says attack bonus +5.
Yeah, that's on your hit die. So you roll a
when I
d20 and then
hit.
you add 5 to it
All right,
to
thanks.
see if you hit. Yep.
All right, cool. Then let's short bow away, and I'm rolling a 6-sided for this, right?
That's for your damage.
20.
First, you have to do your 20 d20
okay.
plus 5.
Okay, cool. D20 first. Here we go. I get a 13.
Did you add 5 to it?
No, I get an 18.
Okay. You hit. So go ahead and roll your d6 plus 3.
Okay. I get a 1. So I end up with a 4
damage. All right. Your arrow strikes the goblin right, we'll say, in the stomach, and he falls to the ground. He is incapacitated. In fact, he if you don't get to him soon, he's gonna bleed out. He's not in good shape, but he cannot attack you anymore. So that leaves us with the one goblin who is standing closest to Alf, and he has, fortunately for Alf, missed a few times. He's going to take one more last-ditch attack, and he does hit Alf on this attack. So,
damn, I have a pretty good armor class too.
He does. You do. He got a good attack roll, and boy, oh boy, did he do maximum damage that he can to you. He does 8 damage slashing.
Mm-hmm.
So he's taking you down to 3 hit points. These goblins are really doing a number on you guys. And we are on to your turns. So, Roland.
Okay.
How do you want to handle this very low hit point goblin?
Okay, so in my mind, the one that's bleeding out is the one, the distant one, right?
Yeah, I mean he's completely unconscious at this point, and
okay, he's poses no threat. We can just move on without him.
Yeah. He is. I mean, it's looking grim for that goblin. He's got maybe a minute left to live.
Okay.
And the goblin closest to Alf is on his last legs.
So, how far away could I jump there? Are they really close to the cart? Because we were close there.
The one goblin left active, we'll say, he's right next to the wagon. So he's within. You can move to him. You can melee him. Whatever you need to do.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make an acrobatics roll to jump there. really weird. Like just like jump, like you should just get up and move a short distance, but I'm gonna jump it. So that is a 9 on the acrobatics.
Did you add your modifier?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So in trying to make the acrobatic leap to ooh, okay. In trying to make the acrobatic leap off of the wagon, you step in a pile of your own shit that you had left there, and you slip off of the wagon. You land.
Well done, him.
you land on the
Bastard.
ground. Somehow you manage to keep your footing, and you're now standing directly next to the goblin, who is looking up at you with foggy eyes in confusion.
I write something in my book.
And so, did that take my action away?
No, I mean technically that's a move. You just moved. You didn't.
Okay.
You
in a funny way.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna. I guess I want to drop. So dropping stuff's a free action, right?
What's that?
Dropping stuff's a free action.
Like, won't use up his turn.
You can use interacting with things around you is
Okay.
all part of your like moving action. Yeah.
Okay, so I guess I'm either gonna make a melee attack with just my fists, I guess,
Okay,
mechanically, or a grapple. I guess the fists. I want to.
You want to punch him.
Physically harm him, and I guess describe it if it goes through.
Okay.
So,
I believe an unarmed attack is 1d4, and I don't think you get an attack bonus for it.
that's fine.
Let me see. Let me make sure real quick. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about unarmed in here. So that's what we're going to go with, though. We're going to go with
Okay.
Your unarmed attack is 1d4 with just a pure d20 hit dice.
Okay. That's a 16 on the roll. No addition to it.
Okay, so roll your d4 because you have hit him.
That's gonna be 3 damage.
All right. Well, you connect solidly with.
Nope.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I reach forward and I put my thumbs in each of his eye sockets and I just smash his head like a cantaloupe. And I say, guys, we really got to take these goblins more seriously as I'm doing it.
The goblin's head explodes. You're covered in fragments of bone and skull and brain as you say that to your companions.
Oh man.
I chuckle and keep writing in my book.
So there is that goblin that was at range is still he's still out there and he's showing signs of life. You can choose to interrogate him or let him die.
I say we interrogate him.
Oh
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay, everybody.
You got blood, like little bits of blood and brain near your mouth.
Oh yeah, I'm not the most charismatic
That's
figure right here. So if anyone, possibly Naylor, wants to talk to him, that might be the best option. I don't know what Elf's charisma is.
Well, I'm going to have everybody do a let's see. Let's do a persuasion check for everybody. So everybody roll a d20, and then in your skills next to persuasion, add that modifier.
Got a 3.
5.
18.
4.
All right. So it looks like Alf is going to go up to this this goblin and ask him some questions.
Oh, man. All right. I guess first I huddle up with the crew and ask if there's anything in particular that they think is a worthy line of questioning.
Well, do you speak Goblin?
I don't. I speak Common and Dwarvish.
The goblins understand Common.
Okay.
I can speak Common though,
So they understand you.
Yep.
Whatever you want to ask them.
Yeah, I definitely just ask how many more goblins are around, and basically, let them know that we can do this the easy way or the hard way. But if he lets us know that there's more goblins around and where, then we might have a better chance of surviving. If there's anything around.
Here's a real odd question for you guys. Mm-hmm. So, I'm a cleric. I can cure wounds. This guy's about to bleed out if we don't save him. Is there any way I could use that to leverage it in a way to get more pertinent, better stuff out of him?
Look, as a wise creature here who's been around, I think you should save that healing for our own people who are hurting real bad. I mean, Roland's a legend. I don't really give a shit about Enki right now, to be honest. Well, he hasn't done a lot except make fun of me. So I think that Roland is worth saving, at the very least.
Yeah, and it'd be far from me as someone that really respects people and tries to treat them with dignity and courtesy to do something dishonest and offer something and not necessarily give it to them then afterwards. But I mean,
I think
you guys do always have the opportunity to take a rest as well.
And what would a rest do for us?
And do we take that individually?
Yes. So a short rest, basically a rest would be a period of time where your character is not doing anything strenuous, nothing more than walking nothing more than eating, drinking, reading, or tending to wounds. You can spend one or more hit dice up to the maximum number of hit points, which is equal to the character. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Okay. So yeah, you would, during a short rest, you can, right now we're all level 1, so you can all expend one hit dice to regain basically 1d20.
Hey guys, I can't hear anything right now. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yep,
I can hear you.
You guys can see me and hear me?
My boss just pulled up, unfortunately, so I got to take a second. I'll be right back.
Okay. Take it. We'll just chill. We'll take a little intermission here.
You guys can all just take a rest right now, or Chris can continue
Alf.
to, or I'm sorry, Alf can interrogate if he'd like.
Well, what I'd like to interrogate you, Master.
Can we change that? Can you guys call me Daddy?
Oh my God.
So, all right, okay. So, Daddy. Man, all right. That's gonna be a problem. But anyways, so I have no desire to do this because I'm a dwarf and I fucking hate goblins. They're, shit as far as I'm concerned. But could we add NPCs to our team? Theoretically.
Yeah, there are times when an NPC would join the party, but at this point, no. Right now, It's just you 4.
Yeah, and I have no desire to add a goblin to my team. But
I do see a little desire, and I kind of like where you're going, but not now. But maybe later.
No.
Well, I guess that all depends on the line of questioning.
Yeah, well, which again, I mean, it's tough. I know I'm I'm much more personable than all of you, but I really do hate goblins more than pretty much anything. So I don't really know how much I can be diplomatic with them. I kind of want to just keep it brief and get whatever is necessary. So I heard someone say something about seeing if there's anyone else around. Does that seem to be our best? Is that the line of questioning we want to run with?
Or like, why'd they attack us? It was who sent you?
Yeah.
like
classic lines such as these.
Yeah, that's better. Yep.
Okay, so that's what you want to ask?
I guess we don't need Johnny here for that. Yeah.
So go ahead and ask the question.
All right. I walk up to the goblin and I grab him by the nape of his neck and then stare him dead in the eye, and I ask him, "Who's your daddy?"
The goblin stares back at you, blood pouring from his mouth, and he spits in your face.
And then that's all I got out of that.
He rolled a really high charisma saving throw. So the goblin is not going to cooperate with you. He's not giving you any information, unfortunately, for the party, and he slowly dies in your arms. So
I dropped his carcass carelessly.
Okay. And now I think we should probably wait for Naylor to come back. And really,
I do have to say,
what's up?
Alf, it really looked like you two had a moment there.
Fuck you, Lucky. It's very difficult for me to say that, but I mean it.
So, at this point, that's kind of where I had planned to take the adventure to today. We can keep on playing, but as your daddy, I would suggest that we all just take a long rest right now. We just had a pretty intense battle. We're all pretty low on health, and I think a long rest would be beneficial for everybody.
So
yeah, I'm into it. I can keep going, but if you feel like it's a good place to wrap up session 0, I am cool with that too.
I'm going to speak up real fast and say I totally want to keep going. I'm loving this, but if anyone has to go, or we can totally shut down. But I want to go as long as you guys want to go. I cleared the night. We can go as long as you guys want. Cool.
Yeah,
I got at least until 5.
Yeah, I figured we should do another one. It seems like a good intermission time. Like I would like to hit the bathroom. Johnny's doing his thing with his boss, but I figure, he can come. We can do our little rest. I can learn how to do things like heal and like other basic things, like understand how leveling up or whatever else works. I don't think I do because I don't think I killed anything. But regardless,
well, actually, I forgot to mention everybody does gain XP. So when you
get XP and you get XP.
Well, yeah. So you where was that? 2 of them. Yep. I did that wrong, but it's okay. We can move on. I can make that work. Where did it told me how much XP I'm supposed to give you guys.
You know what? I'm gonna go use the bathroom. So I'll find out how much XP I got in a minute.
In the city of Babylon, Marduk was worshipped in the temple.
Hey guys!
Hey Johnny!
There we go. You're right back in the action, by the way.
Do you still have a job?
Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. But I had to have.
Okay, good.
Boss shows up, you got to go actually talk to him about everything.
Yeah, that's how it works. For
They're
sure.
playing D&D. Can you come back another time?
We didn't get that far.
Let me do a perception roll to see if I give a shit right now.
We were talking about doing Jace taking over your limp body and doing a weekend at Naylor's.
And I asked, nicely if I could please steal your book while you were gone, but apparently you weren't really gone, so I couldn't steal it. Yeah.
No, we were just in suspended animation for the time being. So let's take a roll call or a vote, I guess. When you while you were gone, I had said that was basically where I had planned on taking us today. We can keep going, no problem if everybody's down. Everybody else.
We waited this long.
Yeah.
Fuck yes.
You know what, guys? I think I'm good for this.
Oh my god, that would be insane.
So I had also suggested that after that battle where everybody took a good deal of damage, except for Johnny, actually, except for Naylor. Everybody else is pretty. It took some pretty strong blows. So
should take the right side.
I suggested taking a long rest at this point, or resting at this point.
Yeah, I definitely want to meditate and replenish my spells, which I should have used more of them now that I'm like remembering how to be a wizard. But yeah, I definitely want to meditate for at least a few hours so I can get my spells back.
Okay, so everybody's down for taking a rest at this point.
Yeah.
On the caveat that we do it 2 on, 2 off, so we don't get ambushed again in the night.
Well, you can keep watch during a rest, but for no more than 2 hours.
Okay, so we just have to set up a chain of rest, and then I guess either role play that or let it play out, and you can do perception checks on us as the night goes on or whatever.
Yes, and I don't see at this point any reason why anybody would ambush you.
Well, we just got ambushed, man. We just got ambushed by a bunch of goblins, and that I wasn't seeing that coming. So I want to be safe.
I'm aware of that. So let's let's do. See, I don't know how to do rests though. I'm trying to figure that out.
So it's 8 hours for a long rest, right?
Yeah, 8 hours during which a character sleeps or performs light activity like reading, talking, eating, or standing watch for no more than 2 hours. If the rest is interrupted by a period of strenuous activity, then you have to start over again.
Okay. Well, I guess we could just do it in a cycle. So maybe rest for 10 total hours, and then I think everyone should be able to cycle through and get an 8 hours on that, maybe? Or
yeah, because there's 4 of you. I mean, you could just do the 8 hours essentially, and then split up 2-hour watch periods.
Okay.
The 4 of you.
I mean, Roland is a folk hero. He might have some good ideas here. I've already trust his intuition up to this point. But are we overcomplicating sleep?
No, not that I can tell.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go to sleep a while, guys.
Okay.
Me too.
I'll make it easy and just say I'll take first watch, and then if you feel the need that you need to roll something against either any of our perceptions, like maybe do 4 rolls and something happens. I don't know.
That's awful generous of you, Roland, but I feel like Naylor's the only one that has not taken any damage. He probably.
I just need 4 hours. If you give me 4 hours to meditate, I don't sleep, so I can watch the rest of the night.
Okay, I'll
So
take
how-
second
Alright.
shift. I'll take second shift.
I mean, literally, elves don't sleep. So, like, if you guys let me meditate for 4 hours, I can watch the rest of the night.
We're letting you go to sleep or meditate or do
Go
your weird
meditate.
shit. You know, go ahead. You do that for 4 hours. Alf, you sleep. I'm gonna crash and just wake me up.
After 2 hours?
Yeah, Roland, just wake me up, man. As soon as you're
All right.
ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got you.
Okay. Let's see. Anything? Would you like to do anything, Roland, while you're keeping watch? Would you like to do any sort of investigation or perception or
like-
anything like that?
Are we like right next to where we got ambushed, or did we go a little bit up the road and pull off?
No, you are pretty much right in the same spot that you are. Maybe you're up by the that last goblin that died in Alf's arms.
Right by the dead horses.
Yeah, a little past the dead horses.
Can we
We'll
get
say-
the visual up again?
Hold on. Oh, I gotta share screen. So we'll say you're like kind of up in this area here. You're just past the horses.
Which,
Okay. So yeah, I'll just kind of I'll keep my eyes peeled, as it were, but I'll also kind of just look and see if we missed anything. Loot the bodies, investigate the scene a little bit as best I can, but also keep an eye out on everyone.
Okay. Okay. Well, as you're looking around, you see signs that the goblins have actually been using this exact spot to stage ambushes for quite some time. And there's a trail hidden behind thickets to the north side of the road, which leads northwest.
Okay.
So over here,
I'll make note of that.
oh, you can't see this shit. But everybody else right up here, you can see this little trail, right? There you go.
Yeah, it's on the map.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
So from you're about right in here, and you see a trail leading off this way. For those who can see it. And
Okay.
I'm gonna say that that is your that's your 2 hours.
Okay.
So you can wake up the next guard, whoever that might be, and
Yeah, it's gonna be Enki.
and you let him know that that's the case. You saw this trail.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Exactly.
And now you're free to take your rest.
And when I, as far as like replenishing my HP,
Oh,
do
yeah,
I
you
just
gotta
roll my
roll
hit
it.
dice?
Roll your hit. Well, no, it's a long rest, so you recover all of your HP.
Okay, so I go back to full. Okay.
So Enki, let's see here. I mean, you're keeping watch if you want to investigate.
Can I steal the book?
Okay, you can do a sleight of hand check on that. That's
So
your
20?
dexterity.
Yep.
Yeah.
I got an 11.
And you add you would add 2 to that.
All right, so that'd be a 13.
And then I'm gonna need Naylor to oh you steal his book.
Yes.
his
Oh God.
passive wisdom.
Oh wow. Well,
You steal his book from him
let's
while he is
see.
sleeping, and you're gonna look through. Let's have you. Oh wait, actually, did I do
I'm
that
not
right?
sleeping though. I'm meditating, but he still steals the book. Huh?
Wait, hold on. Oh yeah, because you don't even have a passive wisdom.
I mean,
I was looking at the
yeah.
wrong. I was looking at the wrong. Do
She.
you have? You do have a wisdom saving throw, so I can have you throw that. Roll a wisdom saving throw.
Is
With
that
what dice?
or what do I roll?
That's a d20
Okay.
plus 3 for you.
He can do this while he's meditating. Wow.
I got a 10.
A 10 with your 3 added,
Oh no, 13.
and that's also what you rolled, wasn't it?
Yes.
Then nothing happens. You reach over to take the book, and Naylor grabs your hand and stops you. It doesn't say anything to you, just in full meditation, eyes rolled back in his sockets. Yeah,
Accurate.
All right, it's worth a shot.
he stops you. All right, and that'll be your 2 hours.
Dude, so for 2 hours, I was like as slow as possible for 2 entire hours walking towards Naylor, and I got all the way up there, 1 hour, 59 minutes, and 55 seconds, and he smacked my hand.
Yep. You well, a lot of that was like pre-planning. You weren't moving the whole time. You were kind of like, is he awake? Wait, will he know?
Like waving your hand in front of his face.
Okay, so as I get up
You don't know
past Enki, as I pass Enki's watch and he heads off to rest, I say to him, "You're useless."
Ouch. Ouch.
Well, I don't like being used. So good night. I'll see you later, man.
All right, so
He spent your entire watch just trying to not watching shit. Just
Yep.
just trying to
steal the book.
That's why I had to say something.
So okay, Naylor is on watch now, and he is fully recharged because he has meditated for 4 hours. And let's see, what would you like to do with the remaining 4 hours?
Well,
Alf fortunately doesn't even have to stand watch during this rest. He can just rest because you've got it covered from this point on.
Yeah, I got this covered. Can I do like a perception roll to keep an eye out, or how do I play this?
Well, since during his watch,
I can turn on dark vision, right?
That's always on.
Yeah, you always have dark vision. That just
Okay.
means you can see in the dark for 60 feet. But Roland found that path, that
Right.
trail leading off of the road. So
Can I explore that trail?
yeah, if you'd like to walk away from the party for a little bit, you can go explore that trail.
Well, I don't really want to walk away from the party. I don't think that would be good as a watchman, necessarily.
And peace.
Okay, well,
I do appreciate the option. That's
I mean, you always have the opportunity to abandon. But okay, why don't you do an investigation check on that path?
okay. That sounds good. So I roll a d20.
Yes, and then you add your where is that? Intelligence, I believe. Yeah, you add +5 to your
Yeah,
d20.
I'm pretty perceptive and intelligent, guys. All right. So I rolled a 7 +5, so I got 12.
Okay. Ooh, actually, you know what I should have done?
Hmm.
I'm sorry. I should have done a survival check on that one.
So should I roll again?
Yeah. Go ahead and roll a survival check on that.
Okay. All right. I got a 10 again, and my survival's +1, so 11.
Okay. You pass that check. You looking at that trail, you realize that about a dozen goblins have come and gone along the trail, as well as signs of 2 human-sized bodies being hauled away from the ambush site.
Ooh.
And so at this point, I think we can safely say that everybody's rested. Everybody's back. It's morning. So I would say you should inform your party members of that.
Yeah. Guys, I hope you slept well, but there's a lot of goblins around, and they're dragging bodies. They probably have an encampment around here somewhere, maybe down the trail that Roland found to the north.
Hmm.
Well, I saw that trail too. I'm thinking, since I'm such a righteous dude, I want to not let anyone get ambushed again. Some poor innocent people get ambushed. I say the righteous thing to do would probably be to go pay these goblins a visit. Let them know can't be doing that no more.
I want to take this moment to tell you guys that I have a greater mission in life, and part of that mission is connected to these goblins, or at least to a fort of goblins that I know exists. There's this altar to my god in an ancient ruin called Kragmar Castle, which is run by a goblin tribe. So if these guys know anything about it, it would really help me.
Yeah.
I mean,
Look, you're connected to a goblin tribe.
No. I
Just said that.
I think goblins are disgusting, but goblins are defiling a temple of my god. And if I can get there and help the temple, then my god's going to reward me, and I'll make sure you guys get rewarded for helping me. We're talking about a god of knowledge and a goddess of luck here. So these are deities who you should make, as lowly creatures and mortals, you should definitely
you're saying you need to fight goblins on behalf of your deity, or that goblins...
it may come
to
to that.
Know
I don't really know. But I need to know more about this altar. That's all I'm saying. Goblins know stuff that...
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Well, do you guys want to take it to a vote? Do we want to continue delivering our really cool wagon, or do we want to wipe these goblins out? Or instead of wipe them out, kind of find out what Naylor wants to, if we can, and obviously want to try to dissuade them from ambushing folks around here.
Yeah.
Everybody roll a persuasion check.
20.
Oh shoot! Crack die.
19.
9.
1.
Okay, and you all added your modifiers to that?
No. So where's persuasion? Where's that?
4.
So
where do they show the persuasion one at?
You just have to go
I
down
see it.
in the
Plus
skills.
1, so 20.
Okay. What did everybody else have?
6.
Roland got a 9.
Okay.
4.
Okay. Well, so everybody's going to listen to what Alf suggests.
Shit.
All right.
Why am I so persuasive? So refresh me again on this on what I'm
Well,
So we could either go keep taking this wagon back, or we could investigate these goblins in some manner, or another option of your choosing.
Now, keep in mind that you found Did I not tell you guys that? Holy shit, I missed a major detail. When you looked at the dead horses previously before you were ambushed, you realized that they belonged to Gundren Rockseeker and Sildar Hallwinter. Those were their horses, the people you're working for. And Naylor noticed when he did his his investigation of the trail that there were 2 human-sized bodies that were hauled away from the ambush site, which has been used as an ambush site many, many times previously.
Okay, hold on. And look, right away.
Get a raise.
There's no way that we're gonna. All right, we got to save the brother. We got to save the family. We can't show up in the village and say that we think they may have been killed and we didn't investigate. We got to go. I think it feels a little shitty being used by Naylor there, but
you're not being used by me. I'm just saying.
No, I'm heavily skeptical of his ultimate intentions, but I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt for now, and I don't really trust my own gut instincts at all. So I'd like to hear from everyone else and see what everyone else would like to do, and ultimately, if someone seems to have a good idea, I'll probably go with it. So at this point, Roland, I'm curious what you have to say, since you are the folk hero amongst us.
Yeah, I'm thinking that we're gonna want to just crush a bunch of birds with the same stone on our approach here. So we could just barrel in to this goblin encampment, look for any missing property from our employer or survivors. If we wipe out these goblins, then it'll be a safer road for our employer. So maybe we can haggle a little bit of extra gold. You know what I'm saying? For kind of doing a little double. And then as the icing on top, Naylor can interrogate one of them or something to learn about his church. I guess, I don't know.
That's all I'm trying to say. I just don't want to kill them all because there's a temple that I'm trying to find to my god, and I'm just trying to gather knowledge for everybody. And if there's a temple to my god that's been lost to some goblins, I need to learn more about it.
And so, not to be taken in by the sweet talking of the elf over here, is that basically what you're proposing? Is go along with Johnny's plan for now, and try to inquire and investigate. I mean, and as you said, try to see. I can't get my words together now. Can't get my words together at all over that. Jace, help me out here.
So we're gonna go check those gobs out, and we're gonna get to the bottom, and maybe we gotta do a little greasy work, and then we'll get right back on the road.
Okay. You tie off the oxen so they're not going anywhere, and you guys have to decide which, or you can only proceed down this trail single file. So you need to decide which order you're going to go in.
Warhammer, you go first, man.
Who is Warhammer?
Chris Alf.
Well, wait a second. We just shouldn't put our healer on the front line.
Oh, right, he's the healer. That Warhammer.
And I'm also not generally comfortable taking the lead on things. I don't have great gut instincts. I kind of like to back it up.
Yeah, I'll just do it. It's fine. I'm the meat shield of y'all, so I'll be in front.
Okay, and then second.
I'll go second.
Okay. And then
I'm fine with either being third or fourth. I really don't. It doesn't matter to me. Do you have a preference, Naylor?
Are you muted, Naylor? Because you were eating chips.
Sorry. I'll take third because I think that you have better armor than me as a cleric, and so you're holding up the rear, and I distance magic and stuff. So hopefully,
sounds good. Yeah, I'm happy to take up the rear.
Okay. So with Roland in the lead, you guys start moving down the path. after about 10 minutes, Roland notices that there is a snare hidden in the woods, a trap set to catch any invaders. So you guys avoid it completely because he noticed it right away because his
we can
Woohoo!
Thanks,
shimmy past it.
You're a legend.
Yep. So he alerts all of you and says, watch out for that thing. You continue traveling, and okay. So Roland, I need you to do a perception check.
Okay. That's going to be an 8.
Okay, now do a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. That's going to be a 7. That's going to be a 7.
All right. Well, you walk across a pit that was hidden, and you fall in, taking 1d6 of bludgeoning damage.
Ooh.
So, roll a d6 there.
Oh, you want me to roll a d6?
Yeah, because you're in front, so you're the only. Everybody else sees you fall into this pit.
I roll a 5.
Okay, so you take 5 damage from falling into the pit.
Thank you, Meat Shield.
And I was just telling everyone about how I'm really good at finding traps, and I've seen a thing or two in my time, and then I fall down.
Yep.
Well, hey, you definitely found it.
Fortunately for you, the walls are not steep, and it's not a very deep pit, so you're able to scramble right out. Just taking that 5 bludgeoning damage.
Oof, that was still brutal, though. Okay. Yeah. I'll tell everyone to mind the gap.
He's yelling up.
Yeah. Watch out, guys. So as you after he gets out of the pit and everything, you come to a clearing and you notice that there is a cave, that there's a small stream next to the path that runs into a cave. At this point, you guys have completed a story milestone. So from the battle with the goblins, the ambush, you should have each added 50 XP to your character, and at this point, add another 75 each.
Ooh,
oh, nice.
Look at us.
Nice.
Moving on up.
So, you have arrived at Kragmar Hideout.
Okay, so what's it look like for those that may or may not have vision or I can't tell what I'm looking at, what I'm surrounded by. What would I see with my human eyes?
With your human eyes, Kragmar Cave slopes steeply forward. The entrance is at the foot of a good-sized hill, and the caves and passages are inside the hill itself. Most of the caves and passages have steeply sloped ceilings that create stalactite-covered vaults rising 20 to 30 feet above the floor. Inside the cave is very dark. Just outside of the mouth of the cave, you are able to see its daylight.
All right, so I'm going to turn around. I'm going to look Alf dead in the eyes. I'm going to be like, I'm going to need you to heal me because I think it's going to get a little dicey in there. Please heal me. I get on the ground. I start begging him.
All right. I say, please stop begging. Absolutely. Yep. Yeah, you're healed.
Okay. So you have cure wounds, I believe, in your spell. Yes, you have. Yep, you have
Cure wounds. I do.
cure wounds. That is prepared. I
1d8,
just wanted to make.
I think, worth of healing.
Let me see here. I just wanted to make sure that you had that prepared, but you always have those prepared.
Always. That and bless.
How many
Bless some people.
does he have to rest before he can use it again, or how does that work?
I've never used it.
No, I know.
First time, baby.
Oh,
He's peeling off the plastic right now.
Unboxing on this
For future reference.
Because
I
I have
don't-
to meditate after I use spells.
I think that's only for your spell slots, and your. Where's what am I looking at here? Yeah, so you will have to rest to recharge those spells, Chris.
Okie dokie.
That one specifically, you have. It's not a cantrip, so.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. The cantrips are the only ones that don't require some kind of something.
Right. Now,
Oh,
where
really? So my cantrip spells I can cast anytime?
you can cast them at will. Yeah.
Okay, that's good to know.
Mage hand. Yeah. Mage hand, prestidigitation.
Yeah, I'm
Press
looking
frost.
those up right now.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good to know. I thought I had to recharge those.
Yep, no, you can use those for sure.
At will.
Well,
Gotcha.
why does it not have cure wounds? Oh, there it is. Jeez. Okay. So yeah, 1d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier.
Which is what, wisdom?
I don't know.
Wisdom is your spellcasting ability for your spells.
Yep,
So probably
then that would
right.
be your
+3.
1d8 plus 3. Go for it.
2 + 3, so 5.
Well, you are fully healed.
All right. Excellent.
Nice work.
So
Thank you.
you guys
That's what I do.
have arrived at the cave mouth. Let's see here. I have some text to read you. Just for future reference, a stream that flows through the complex is only 2 feet deep. It's cold and slow moving, so you can easily wade through it. You don't have to use any special moving abilities to move through the cave.
But will I get your socks wet?
You will have wet socks, unfortunately, but that's
Sorry,
just an inconvenience. So,
Stanzo.
the trail from the Goblin ambush leads to the entrance of the Kragmar Hideout. It's following the Goblin's trail, you come across a large cave and a hillside 5 miles from the scene of the ambush. A shallow stream flows out of the cave mouth, which is screened by dense briar thickets. A narrow dry path leads into the cave on the right-hand side of the stream.
Can I roll a perception check? Is that a thing to do?
Let me read. Hold on. Yes, you can. You can roll a perception check.
Okay. 15 plus 3, so 18.
Okay. What's there? Okay. You don't. you don't see anything directly in front of you, but you notice on the other side of the stream, it looks like there's a little patch in the briar thickets that has been hollowed out to form a blind. And you think you can see that there are some goblins stationed there to keep watch.
Okay, I'm gonna let my rogue. I'm gonna let Enki and Roland know that I'm picking up. Well, I'll let the party know. That I'm picking up. That I'm picking up some goblins.
Okay.
But with a little extra emphasis on my archers.
All right. So do you like point them out to us?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What's the plan, guys? How we want to do this?
How far away are these archers? I mean, how far away are these goblins? Can we hit them with our arrows?
Hold on, let me look at your range real quick. 50. And 80. Yes, you would be able to reach them with your ranged weapons at this point.
Are they? How many feet are they away, roughly?
They are roughly 50 feet from you.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's well within my range increment.
Yes.
What does a disadvantage on the attack roll mean?
It means that you roll 2 d20s for your attack roll, and you take the lesser of the rolls. You
Right.
take the worst roll.
If you
Okay.
and if
And
you have
advantage is the opposite.
Right.
Gotcha.
I haven't really been messing with that at all.
Well, he might be about to.
Yeah, hold on. Oh, because you have an ability or spell that tells you that you have.
Well, I can throw my hand axe up to 60 feet with a disadvantage on the attack roll.
Okay. That's good to know,
Yes,
though.
yes, that's right. Okay.
20 feet otherwise.
But how do I? I don't know how I determine whether or not you have the advantage or disadvantage at that point.
I think he was just saying I roll 2 20s and then take the lesser of the two, right?
Well, no, but
Yep.
I have to. You would have to have the disadvantage to do that, and I'm not sure.
I have disadvantage by trying to throw it 60 feet. It's kind of like I'm trying to kick a really far field goal.
Okay.
You have
It's
that
like,
on your You have that
my
on your
percentage
character.
goes way down, but I can try for it.
Hey guys, but what about? I know I was the first one to do range attacks, ranger, rogue, all that. But what about this stream? Like going up into the cave through the stream? That's another option.
Mm-hmm. Ooh,
Like surprise attack.
Subterfuge.
Yeah, right. Or like even sneak in and sneak out without even having to mess. Who knows?
I'm always down with the cleaner entry.
Well,
Okay. Do you guys want to swim up the little creek?
Well, it's not deep enough to swim. You'd just be wading through.
Just give me a
Well, I
second
mean, if
to
you
take
laid
my.
down prone, could you kind of submerge yourself?
About
It's
2
only.
feet.
I mean, yeah, it's 2 feet deep, so you're not getting.
I mean,
You're not getting much out of it.
Provide any stealth advantage at all.
Well, you can make a stealth check, but
to
no
slow
one,
down
no
our
one,
speed.
no one has decided whether or not they want to move.
Okay, so let me put this out there. I have a pretty good range on my magic missile. I got 120 feet on it, so I can definitely hit at least one of them. But if we want to send our rogue up, who's probably our sneakiest, maybe he could deal with one and we could deal with the other.
I think I think we could take him in a surprise round with the range we have. So I think if we just decide to start firing at him, choose our targets, and then just all shoot simultaneously, flavor-wise, and surprise them, maybe we'll take them out before they raise an alarm or something.
All right. Yeah. I like this idea, but I got to ask Daddy something.
Yes.
Do I have the ability to move up through the stream into the cave and then fire?
I would have you make a dexterity check on that. So that's what you want to do.
Let's do it. That's what I want to do.
Okay.
How do you guys feel? You guys all right with that? Can we start? Can we go?
So it's basically you're going rogue.
He's trying to sneak up ahead. Yes.
And doing your little side shot while we're taking the regular path.
I believe as a rogue that would give you sneak attack as well if you get there.
I don't mind.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah, let's let him do something, please.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
I got a 19 plus my dexterity. That would be a 24.
Okay, you sneak up towards the mouth of the cave, and from that viewpoint, you can see that there are 2 goblins stationed amongst the thicket, and they have not noticed anybody yet.
Only 2, huh? Still only 2.
Yeah, and you are now about 20 feet away from them on the other side of the stream.
And I can fire?
I would need you all to roll initiative if that's what you would want to do.
Why not?
Okay. Yeah, I support that.
19.
17 for Roland on initiative.
11 for Alf.
Wait, hang on. I'm trying to see if I have an initiative boost.
Wait, 10 for Alf because of initiative.
Yeah, Johnny, I'm sorry, Naylor, yours is +2 as your initiative.
Okay, I got a 15. Yeah. I have a 15.
So that was 19 for Enki.
It's actually whatever. It's 22 because I didn't see the +3 initiative.
Okay. And then it would have been Roland, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And then Naylor, and then Alf?
Correct.
Okay. 2, 3, 4. So, Enki, what would you like to do? There are, like I said, there are 2 goblins amongst the thicket. From your vantage point, you can see them clearly. They don't have any cover, and you are stealth right now. They don't know you're there.
All right, I'm gonna fire at the one furthest away from me.
Okay. You're going to use your short bow?
Yes.
Okay, and since you are stealth, you have advantage, so you can do sneak attack on him.
Okay. All right, we're gonna do that.
Which would be an extra 1d6 damage to your target. So go ahead and roll your hit dice.
Hit dice first, just the d20 for the hit dice.
Well, you have advantage, so you roll it twice and take the highest one, plus your attack bonus.
Okay. Oh, gosh. So I only got a 7 there, and I rolled 2 dice. That's the highest.
You rolled 2 d20s?
I sure did.
And your highest was 7 with your attack bonus on it?
Oh, no. Now my attack bonus, now we're up to 12.
Okay. Well, you fire your arrow and you miss. And the goblins are alerted. They hide in the thickets, and they have half cover. So let me see what the
Oh, man.
I make a note in my book.
Oh my god.
All right. Do they jump into the initiative order ahead of us, or do we just keep going down the line at this point?
Oh, I gotta see what they're. I didn't roll for them, so let's see. Yeah, because they rolled a nat 20, so they were alerted to your presence, and they both are half cover in the thickets, and one of them, they're actually both going to fire on arrows at Enki at this point.
Okay.
So, Enki, what is your AC? Your armor class?
14.
Okay. Fortunately for you, both of their arrows miss.
Okay.
And now it goes on to Roland.
All right. I'll shoot one with my good old longbow. Oh, that's not good. Okay. Does a 9 hit?
No, because they already have a pretty decent armor class. Oh wait, hold on. Okay. No, you do not hit.
Okay. No worries.
And now we're on to Naylor.
Okay. So we still have 2 goblins, full health.
Full health, and they are in half cover in the thickets right now.
Okay. I will cast Magic Missile on. I'm going to send all 3 darts at one goblin because I think I get 3 darts with the Magic Missile.
And they up those to D6s and not D4s
What's that?
on the magic missile damage? Because I think you had them roll D6s before. It just seemed really powerful.
Oh no, that was Burning Hands.
Yeah.
Oh, Burning Hands. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Wait, that's
That he had succeeded in something that gave him that damage.
Oh, gotcha.
So I got to grab a D4, which I have in the car, but let me get that real.
grab them all while you're out there.
Yeah.
They're all in the car. Yeah.
Oh, look what I'm making, Jesse. We're reheating up. Can you tell what it is?
Chili.
Oh yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, there you go.
Takes me back.
It sure does. Yep. I mean, you guys are the only reason I like chili now.
Nice. Are you wearing a tan beforehand?
I didn't hear you.
The men's
Sorry, what?
days, you didn't like chili?
Oh no, I hated chili. I absolutely hated chili. I hated sloppy joes, and
Yeah.
I hated beans.
Wow. That's a bold, broad statement.
Yep.
Feels it feels almost like racist or something. I don't know why, but yeah. Chickpeas. Yeah, well, I mean, I get it. Texture-wise, I think it's
I love chickpeas.
nice.
And the lentil is as close as it gets to the chickpea, and oftentimes a lentil and a chickpea will be mixed in a hummus, but I can tell the difference because the lentil's a bean.
Are those the closest cousins?
I don't know the actual genealogy, or I forget what that's called.
That sounds about right. We'll go
Yeah.
with that.
Sure, I don't know what it is, but it just, it's close. It looks similar. It squishes similar, but you can just taste it, and you just know that there's a bean in there.
I got
What are you talking about?
Now, I love beans with caffeine.
Yes, agreed.
Yeah. And a week ago, I've rarely, if ever, done this, but a week ago, I did not have coffee in the morning, and I went through a total 6 hour like sweating, feeling dizzy.
Bad.
Yep.
I've been trying. Yeah, I've had those days. I've cut back enough that doesn't happen. But yeah,
that's a good place to be.
Yeah, I cut back a little too. I do love me some coffee, but I've been doing ginger tea a lot. Like just buying ginger at the store and then putting it through a cheese grater. And then,
nice.
Dude, ginger tea with maple syrup, I'm telling you, it's like the best shit. And it never makes me feel weird or jittery.
Like you get energy, you're saying? Like it's a good energy booster?
It makes me really warm, and the warmth creates energy. It wakes me up and it relaxes.
You can run off of it, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah,
no, warmth is what I need to generate more of. I'm cold. I got energy, but I'm cold.
Try it, man. It's really good, but you have to cheese grate it. Don't chop it. It won't fucking work.
Nice. Interesting. I'm prescribed Adderall, so that's how I keep going.
Oh, man. I wish I was prescribed Adderall. I would be going for so long.
Yeah, I was thinking, dear Lord, if I had this when I was trimming, like that would have been a game changer.
Oh, man.
Seriously. I would just be like I would have never wanted to stop. I'd be like, let's
come
just
out and stay for a
going.
week. Come out and stay for a week.
I've been thinking about it.
Okay, I'll be done soon.
Okay. I'm rolling D4s. Is that what's going on?
Back to business, guys.
Yeah, just one D4 plus 1, and then that's what each dart deals damage. That's the damage each dart deals.
Okay, so I roll 1 for all the darts.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I'm rolling.
You have to roll a hit die first.
Oh, okay. 10, and then do I add something to that?
I don't know. Maybe you don't. Yeah, you have to roll a hit die, but it doesn't say anything.
Oh wait, but I roll a D6 for hit, huh?
Or actually, I think magic missile auto hits as long as it beats or maybe they get like a saving throw against it.
Yeah, does it say anything about that? Oh wait, hold on. It would say anything. It would say it in the rule book. No, I guess you do auto hit with that. Magic missile auto hits.
Okay, well, I'll hit the farthest goblin.
Okay, so you want all 3 to hit that goblin?
Yep, let's just get one of them taken care of.
Okay. So roll your D4 plus 1.
That would be a 4 total.
Okay, so you're dealing 12 damage. That goblin is done for. He's dead. And we move on to Alf.
Yeah, you nailed that. So how many are kicking at this point?
There's just one left, and he's in half cover.
How far away is he?
He was 30 feet away, on the other side of the stream from you.
On the other side of the stream. You know what? I'm going to go. I'm going to try my luck and just chuck what I got at him. Go for the 60-foot disadvantage throw. So give me a moment while I run on downstairs and get to my die. All right. So what? 220 sided. That's the.
Yep. And then you take the lowest one. And you still get your attack bonus on it.
All right, which is doo-doo-doo. +4.
Mm-hmm.
So am I starting off with the D20 for armor?
Yeah, you're rolling your hit die.
I'll be soon. I'll be done soon.
So wait, the hit die. So I'm sorry, just to make sure I understand what's going on. Is there an initial one to make sure that I actually hit them, and then another one to see for what damage, basically?
Right. You roll your. You have the disadvantage because you're trying to throw your hand axe. So you roll two d20 and take your lowest one and add your attack bonus, and that's your hit die. And then you would roll damage if you hit.
Okay, gotcha. All right, here goes. 13 and 10 +4 each, so 14 and 17. So 14.
14. You do not hit. You chuck your axe and it just kind of lofts over this goblin who is hiding in the thickets.
You've thrown it into the bushes.
Yes. And with that, it is the goblin's turn. So the goblin rushes out of the thickets. He's no longer in cover, and he dashes towards Enki and attempts to make a melee attack with his scimitar.
Damn, so these goblins, so now, even though I had the highest initiative roll, they still get to go first because, like, we ended our turn.
Well, you all went. You all did.
Now we have to wait till it's our party's turn again. I see. Okay.
Yeah. So what is your AC?
I think his is 14.
Yes, 14.
Okay. Does he have a he does not have an attack bonus, does he? Oh, yeah, +4 to hit. Okay. So he rushes out from the bushes and swings at you with his scimitar, and he does hit you.
Oh,
for 4 slashing damage.
so is that applied to my hit points or my armor?
That's your hit points. Armor class is basically your difficulty check for an attack against you.
I get it.
So I roll and add the attack bonus for the goblin. If it's higher than your AC, he hits, which he did for 4 slashing damage. And now it is your turn again, Enki, and the goblin is 5 feet away from you, and you're about 20 feet away from the rest of your party.
So I have a speed of 25 feet.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I would like to move 25 feet behind my party, putting them in between me and the goblins, and then fire an arrow if I may.
Do you move through a occupied space to do that? Because then you'll get a attack of opportunity against you.
Well, let's see. So that goblin would be on the same side of the stream as you guys now. I think the only occupied area he's moving through is occupied by his party. So I don't know how that.
Oh, okay, not through the. Okay, I didn't know. I don't know exactly, but I feel like there's some rule about moving when you're so close, like depending on how much of the monster threatens, like their threat range.
Yeah. I think he's okay on this one.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna say he's okay on this one, but I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
So you are firing an arrow. So go ahead and roll a hit dice.
The hit dice would be 19 plus the 5 attack bonus, so that would be 24.
Yep. Okay, go ahead and roll damage. You do hit.
And I'm rolling a 6-sided die. Is that right? For
your arrow. Yes, 1d6 plus 3.
Okay. I roll a 3, so plus 3, that would be 6 damage.
All right, your arrow strikes the goblin. We'll say in the side of the head, and he goes down to one knee. He's hurt very badly, and we're on to Roland.
Guys,
All right,
I just shot that goblin in the head, and he's still alive. In the
I
head.
know, it's pretty spooky. It's spooky.
Okay. I just the head. Okay.
Side of that.
Steve Harvey.
Does a 15 hit with a longbow?
15 does hit.
Okay. And then I roll
Since he is
D8,
out of
I
cover.
believe. So that's going to be 9 damage.
And he is just obliterated. with somehow your bow just strikes him squarely in right through the heart. You hit him right through the heart, and he's done instantly. So
Nice.
that is those 2 goblins are down. You've cleared the entrance to the cave, and each character gets 25 XP.
Nice.
Nice. I hate to be that guy, and I wish I could go forever, but I do have to dip for some din times. But if you guys want to keep going, feel free to like auto-gen my character, just as far as you want to go. But yeah, loved it. Thank you so much for having me, guys, and look forward to playing in the future.
No problem. I think we can set up camp here and venture into the cave next week.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah, that sounds great. Just double checking. We just got 25 experience. Is that what you said?
Yes,
Yeah.
25.
So I think that puts us all at about
125, I believe, or 150.
150. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
About halfway towards leveling up.
Not half. Oh, yeah,
Excellent.
halfway, right? Yeah, 300. Yeah.
Yeah, 300 is when you get to level 2. So
This was awesome, guys.
yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it was good. My stress was unwarranted.
Yep, it's just hanging out.
yeah, it is. And
Hanging
figuring
out with dice rolls.
Yep.
figuring
It's
out
great.
how to keep you guys going on the storyline.
Yeah, you're doing
You
great.
were doing a great job, man.
You have the toughest job for sure.
Well, it's nice we have 2 like fairly veteran nerds on the team as well that already have kind of a gist of how to function with things, because I think if everyone was brand new, it would be clunkier, but I think it's we've got a good kind of team assembled of mixed experience, and it seems like a good starting place. Like, I don't feel like I'm thrown to the wolves, so to speak, or anything.
Oh, totally, man. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. And I just want to second that. Yeah, Andrew, excellent job, man. You're the
Yeah.
whole thing. We're
Definitely.
just, I'm
You definitely have the
grateful.
hardest job of all of us.
and
Well,
you're doing
especially
great,
because I
dude.
don't really know what I'm doing. So
Even better.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't mind you taking your time with figuring out what to do, but I think overall you did a good job with what you did. So, and your responses and contextualizing both shit talk and things, that was all good. It was real good. So
awesome.
awesome.
Yeah. So 5 o'clock next Saturday, we'll do it
Yep.
again.
Can't
Yeah,
wait.
Perfect.
Sounds
Yeah.
great.
Awesome. Well, I'll see what I can do about editing this too, and get it to a viewable portion.
It'll be easier as we get smoother with it too.
Yeah, well, and I'm playing in campaigns on Sundays, so every time we're done doing this, like the next day, I'm actually playing in a campaign. So it's like, oh, okay, I can take tips from that DM and those guys playing and see, all that
Totally.
jazz.
And I'll just try to make less race-related jokes.
All right, Roland, Naylor, Alf, and Daddy.
Yeah.
Yes.
See
Thanks,
you all
Daddy.
next week.
Yeah, thanks, Daddy.
No problem, babies.
See you guys next Saturday.
All right, you guys
I'll
are
catch
off.
you guys later.
Later.
Night.
Later, bros.